have been starting at least. Okay. So
Sure.
yeah, we have our picks ready to go. In which case, both sides, Sculptor, along with our spread of survivors, just good to go. In which case, ladies and gents, let us know who you all are supporting this time around. Is it FPX.ZQ or DOU5? It is only the start, second semifinals of the day, second and final semifinals of the day, by the way, to determine who will ultimately be joining GG in the finals for that champion title.
Since we didn't see the bans and picks, that we can assume not necessarily a smaller map. It is the Ever Sleeping Town again without the Priestess this time. Again, I assume we had a mechanic ban since we have the Explorer on the field to bring down the decoding. And here we can see Ken going for the hunt, found the first survivor, but it actually is the Wildling, which is not the best find that you want to go for when you find when you go for the first survivor. So therefore, transitioning over, finding the forward, wants to find the Explorer, but the Explorer could be extremely difficult to find, to spot out, and you don't want to waste your entire early game just finding the best decoder. So therefore, the forward might be the best target. And now we can see the first chase, trying to predict where the forward will go, trying to put down these statues. Forward using almost all of his football to get away, to get distance, to buy more time for the team to decode Cypher machines. So far, doing a fantastic job. Sadly, we cannot see on the left side how far the progress is. I assume that there is Cypher progress, but it's not shown to us yet. We can see Forward doing a fantastic job, not taking a single statue so far.
Not yet, and this is time well bought out for DOU5. We don't really get the picture of what the progress is on Cyphers right now, but take note, Grizzly, with more than a minute and a half way through. Oh darn, look at the positioning of those sculptures though, but nice pallet drop in time just to establish a little bit more distance, but time is ticking here for ZYJ. Gotta start dodging those sculptures because one more hit and he is down for the count.
Wow, look at these dodges. Was not able to dodge this, but look at the rotation. Rotation is key right here. There's no other survivor around. Even if that Cypher machine is already at 33%, the only unfortunate thing right here for DOU5 is that the basement was right on site at the graveyard, and we have the first survivor on the graveyard's basement chair. Three Cypher machines remaining. And we can also see that the forward is slowly getting ready to harass the hunter and slowly getting ready to most likely rescue the forward, but definitely keeping Ken at bay, keeping Ken away from his teammates so they can concentrate on the last two Cypher machines that they need to decode.
Yes, man, some really, really good progress coming here, in which case from DOU5. Take note, Forward is at the more than halfway mark, but you know what? It's all good. 3 minutes into the game, and DOU5 is just poising themselves for a good start in points should they be able to play their cards right within the next few minutes. And here we have the Sculptor just trying to put pressure on the Cyphers as much as possible, doing what he can.
And we have seen this strategy over and over again. Wildling is coming in as soon as the first survivor is on the rocket chair and just harassing the hunter, trying to buy the time for the rest of the team, but ultimately letting the first survivor who is on the chair going back to the manor just to give the team enough time. And sometimes you just want to do that. Sometimes you just want to let this one survivor go back to the manor so the rest of the team can concentrate on other objectives, like, for example, decoding Cypher machines. And we can see two Cypher machines remaining. They found the Explorer, which is an extremely good find. Now putting pressure on the Explorer and transitioning into the direction because he knows that Explorer is probably carrying pages that will pop off Cypher machines immediately, or at least help with the Cypher progress extremely fast. And we can see it. Explorer already found one page which could help with one Cypher machine halfway. So now really concentrating on the Explorer right here to bring him down, to chase him down, or at least to avoid, to prevent that he touches another Cypher machine again.
Yes, and there you have it, Grizzly. The first hit onto the Explorer. Explorer getting some nice distance. Ken gonna do what Ken can to try to close out. Still at the half mark. Luckily, WW doing well, rolling with the punches, able to sidestep these sculptures thus far. But to how long exactly? That's the tricky part when you're dealing with a sculptor. Just so much pressure gonna have to deal with, not only just in terms of keeping your distance, but also ducking and weaving at what sculptures are thrown in.
There we go. Fantastic job from WW. Really buying more time for the team. Look at the Cypher progress in the bottom left. Really getting the distance between the Explorer and the Sculptor. And Cypher Machine is primed. Cypher Machine is ready to pop. Cypher Machine is ready to go. Now takes the hit. Was a calculated hit. So the Explorer could get up again. And now we have WW buying time for the rest of the team to make this at least a tie. We can see that the dungeon is there, so there is a chance of not only a tie but a victory with a 3 survivor escape. But Ken will not make this easy, not at all. Coming in with Blink, securing the Explorer, putting the Explorer on the chair, and we can already see Mercenary out of the game. Wildling will leave right after that, and that is the conclusion for the first match. We have Dream Witch and the Sculptor. There we go, as predicted, the Dream Witch. And we also see a lot of other hunters coming in every now and then. We see a little bit of a mix-up, especially with Anne being one of the hunters being utilized, something I'm very happy to see. And X-Boy was also in the tournament a few times already. We had Violinist. Trying to think back if there was another mix-up. Gar26, of course, Gar26 besides Anne, also a pick that had with a very, very meta fight right here on the Ever Sleeping, or does it say Ever Sleeping Town? Never mind. There we go. DOU5 coming in with the Dream, which is trying to snipe out and is able to snipe out the Mechanic Stall, which is an extremely good find because now could utilize the leech to actually bring down Sad Doll to get the location of the Mechanic. And this is just what you want to do if you allow the Mechanic into the match. You want to snipe out, you want to get the location of the Mechanic. Long was putting down the Doll secretly right there, so DX wouldn't find it. So that means that Long, even if he gets on the chair, even if the Mechanic ends up on the chair, has the chance to actually decode with the Doll, which is extremely crucial when it comes to utilizing the Mechanic. But at the same time, I can only repeat myself. Good job from DX, really putting pressure on the team by finding the Mechanic first. And there comes the first hit with the with the Leech. We now have the main Hunter Leech trying to get into the direction. Trying to use the main body to make the spawn follower follow. We have the Patroller coming in. We have the spawn leech getting into the direction. This is gonna be a very, very difficult task for the Mechanic. Tried to get away between the pellets right here, but wasn't really able to do it. And there we have it. First survivor on the chair is the Mechanic. Still 5 Cypher Machines remaining, but we can see that the rest of the team was getting time out of this chase, was getting time from the Mechanic, and was able to start decoding on a few Cypher Machines.
Yeah, and you know what? This is perfection. Like, obviously one of the risks that you have by leaving Mechanic out in the open is the progress of Cyphers, and there you have it! Next puppet, Rick's Doll, will be spotted out. So that's going to be a huge sigh of relief for DOU5's Hunter, knowing that it's just going to be regular decoding from here on out without needing to worry about those dolls running rampant on Ever Sleeping Town.
The doll is still on the map though, was not able to get down that doll, but is still protecting the Mechanic, because you don't really have to take care of the doll as soon as the Mechanic is out of the game, and that is definitely something that DOU5 knows is still putting pressure on that Cypher Machine, is putting the leech right there so nobody can decode it. Nice differentiation between the survivor right here with the pellet. Mercenary is trying to get rid of this leech, and we can see Mechanic is out of the game. The team decided to abandon the Mechanic for the sake of the decoding speed. And here we can see Ford is trying to make his way to the Cypher machine, but can also now see that there is a leech coming in, and there is a little bit of a problem, a little bit of an obstacle, which is called Patroller, taking a hit right here, and is now in need to buy more time for the survivors, since DX is going to try and get that Ford. But if we look at the Cypher progress, it really is going very, very well for FPX.
It really is. And oh my gosh, so far on the right track, our comrade here. So so long as he can get the forward right away. So nice pallet drop, bud. So just buying a little bit more time here. So playing Ring Around the Rosie until such time the forward decides to, yep, actually, there you go, decides to try to transition to yet another area. Quite a bit of distance established here. So this is really good for FPX.ZQ's cause as far as buying some more time.
And we have seen this before. Oh, nice blinket. I want to mention we have seen this before, that the middle Cypher machine, one Cypher machine that is always a target from the survivors trying to, where the survivors trying to finish that off, is getting protected by the leech for quite some time now. One leech of DX Hunter is always in that area of the middle Cypher machine, always putting pressure on said Cypher machine, and now forcing, as you can see in the bottom left, the Wildling, for example, to start an entire new Cypher machine. They had to, you know, get a little bit of a differentiation when it came to Cypher machines. You cannot concentrate on one Cypher machine, especially when it comes to the Dream Witch. We have seen this before, where the last Cypher machine is almost done, but survivors are not really able to pop that Cypher because of all the leeches on the map. Dream Witch, extremely strong hunter when it comes to late game. Not only protecting Cypher machines, but bringing down survivors over and over again, and slowly but steady turning these matches into victories for the Dream Witch. Yeah, did I say Bloody Queen earlier? For the Dream Witch. And you can see it, Mercenary trying to be sneaky, and actually is extremely sneaky, is trying to bring down that Cypher machine. Almost did it, can take another hit, but decides to rather dash away. Blink is coming in, another hit on the Mercenary, preventing the Mercenary from priming said Cypher machine that is in the middle. Wildling trying to push the Cypher machine at the graveyard. DX protecting this Cypher machine. Now have the Mercenary down, was able to get far away from the middle Cypher machine, trying to get the attention of the Hunter, and it seems like it works, getting the attention of DX.
Yes, and oh gosh, good on which case for DX here. Eventually gonna get the follower within the area just so that they can get the pickup onto the Mercenary. You know, just want to make the most of which survivors you can. Take note, first half was around the 2-2 in points, so this is a good step up. If they can manage, if this Hunter can manage to get AK out before the next Cypher pop, then after the final Cypher pops, then it leaves a lot of opportunity for DX here to possibly get the round win for FPX, or rather for his team.
Okay. Pay close attention. We now have a very crucial moment right here. The rescue is coming in after the Wildling was taking a hit. We can see, oh, nice. Oh, getting away right there, going towards the Cypher machine. It has been primed. Ford was here. Mercenary and Ford popping that Cypher machine. Every survivor up and running. Fantastic teamwork. These survivors, Wildling priming the Cypher machine on the graveyard, while Forward sneaked into the middle to completely prime the Cypher machine that we mentioned is an extremely good target for the survivors, because then they can split up to both sides of the map. And this seems to be extremely difficult for DX right here. Survivors are splitting up, but at the same time, late game, ladies and gentlemen. Late game with the Dream, which just allows you to have several leeches on the map. Right now, there is a leech on the Mercenary. Now there is one on the Wildling. Oh, Mercenary makes it through the gate. Oh! Forward makes it to the gate too. Wildling is down. That is the tie that we were looking for to get into round 3, that FPX was looking for. Because, again, DOU5